Chief of Defence Staff, a concept discussed for decades in India, will now be a reality. This could be the biggest security reform by the Modi government, a position to make India's entire as one force. CDS, the current Indian Army Chief, General Bipin Rawat, who completes his 3-year tenure on the 31st of December, is the front runner so far, but there's no official confirmation. As India awaits the announcement of a name, let's define the authority of this position in our next report.
August 15th, a far-reaching declaration from the Red Fort.
चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ सीडीएस इसकी व्यवस्था करेंगे और इस पर तीनों सेनाओं के शीर्ष स्तर पर एक प्रभावी नेतृत्व मिलेगा.
The announcement of a post to ensure jointness in the Indian Armed Forces. 4 months down the line, India is set to get its first Chief of Defence Staff. The first among equals, a single-point advisor to the Government of India. Sea and air power. India's armed forces will truly be integrated. It was a long-standing demand of the Indian strategic community. A demand which first surfaced during the Kargil War. The year was 1999. Pakistan was marginally hampered by a lack of coordination among the services. There was a demand for a post that would help the armed services execute joint operations efficiently. But like any field, there were detractors who feared getting edged out. Each side wanted to protect their turf. And the demand was scuttled for 19 years, a period of time during which India's neighbours made wide-ranging strides. China established integrated theatre commands, giving its military the ability to prosecute joint operations. Pakistan too poses problems. Partnered with China, it is able to mobilize its forces more rapidly. Defense challenges with the announcement of a CDS is timely.
Government has approved to create the post of Chief of Defence Staff in the rank of 4-star general.
Here's what the Indian government is proposing. Creation of a new department within the Ministry of Defence. It will be called the Department of Military Affairs, a mix of civilian and military officers at every level. This department will promote jointness in procurement, training and staffing for the three services. It will facilitate restructuring of military commands through establishment of theatre commands and will promote the use of indigenous equipment by the services. The Chief of Defence Staff will head this department. The CDS will also be the chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee backed by the Integrated Defence Staff. The CDS will be the principal military advisor to the Defence Minister on all tri-services matters, but will not exercise military command over the three services. India will soon be joining an elite list of countries with a similar position. In Italy, the post was created way back in 1925. In France, it's known as the Chief of Staff of the Armies, a position created in 1948. In China, the Chief of General Staff was first appointed in 1946. In Canada, the Chief of Defence Staff is the second most senior member of the Canadian Armed Forces. And in Japan, the Chief of Joint Staff is the highest-ranking military officer. Prime Minister Modi has taken a big step towards defence modernization, which can trigger several security reforms. But the challenge is to ensure that such reforms are not derailed by military bureaucracy rivalry. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.